Hello, lovelies! I am Michelle from Michelle Burrows Photography, a women's empowerment and boudoir studio. I'm here to give you some suggestions about what to wear to your boudoir session. So the number one thing that I recommend for your boudoir shoot is to bring a bra and panties set. Now this is something that seems super simple, super classic, and it is, but can also really represent your personality. You know, a lot of women will just bring in 3 sets of black, and while black is stunning, it's not the only option. Definitely incorporate as much color, texture, and style as you can. So this particular set here is a beautiful marigold lace with a little bit of extra, a little detail here with the straps, and it's definitely something a little bit more fun and a little bit more interesting than just your classic black. So I definitely recommend bringing at least one set in a nice, beautiful color that matches your skin tone and your coloring. You can pair it with thong underwear. It has a little bit of matching elements as well. This is a perfect option. Bikinis are also great, whatever fits your body type. But I definitely recommend trying all of this on beforehand so that you can see what you feel confident and beautiful in. You can also go with classic black. It's perfect. You can go, if you're a little bit more of a sporty, kind of woman, a beautiful set like the Calvin Klein sets are super popular, sports bra, bikini style, those are perfect as well. But if you want to bring in a set of classic black, I won't stop you, but I do say think about incorporating some color into your shoot. Number 2 item that I recommend for your boudoir shoot is a bodysuit. They look beautiful on women of every size and shape. And you can definitely find a style that fits you and kind of incorporates your style into the look, as well as the parts of yourself that you feel confident or less confident in. So this one here that I'm going to show you is a beautiful see-through black lace. Now it's got some beautiful strappy details, and for larger chested women it even has a little bit of structure in the underwire. I definitely recommend that if you are a little bit heavier chested, a little larger chested, that you go with something that has a little bit of support here. A lot of these bodysuits these days can just be like just straight stretchy fabric and have no structure to them, but this one is really nice in that it has an underwire. This is perfect for a boudoir shoot. It's beautiful with the lacy details and everything. If see-through is not what you would like to wear to your shoot, you can definitely find them that are solid. You can find ones that have more solid coverage around the nipple area. You can find ones that have sleeves if you're a little self-conscious about your arms, or find ones that have a little bit more coverage in the stomach if you're a little bit self-conscious in that as well. So lots of options, a million colors. I highly recommend these. Number 3. So if you feel that these might not give you the kind of coverage that you're looking for, never fear. There's always options that are a little bit more covering or a little bit more modest. So some of those that I can recommend for you are a beautiful cozy knit sweater. Now this one here is the most beautiful dusty rose kind of color. Highly recommend if you're able to come into the studio for a consultation, and I can give you some suggestions about colors that would look really beautiful on you if you're not comfortable or don't know how to choose the best colors for yourself. But this beautiful dusty pink and this sort of oversized and this beautiful oversized fuzzy sweater, it kind of gives that soft, cozy, I'm just rolling around in bed, or I'm just like hanging out in my house, just kind of being just cozy and comfortable. This is absolutely gorgeous paired with like a pair of knee-high socks and just a pair of underwear. You could put it over that bodysuit, something like that to give you a little bit more coverage, and then we can kind of, do a set where you like take it off and kind of add a little bit of interest to your shoot, a little storyline. I definitely recommend ones that have a little bit wider of a neck, so you can kind of pull it off the shoulder, be a little bit more enticing that way. So, highly recommend it. Another option might be a leather jacket or a denim jacket. Now, something like this, which is a little bit of like a motorcycle style jacket, is perfect. This one's in this really yummy, a crew kind of beige color. But you can also do the typical black leather motorcycle jackets or denim jackets. You can pair it with a bra or a bodysuit underneath, or just topless and just sort of cover, with the jacket itself is beautiful. wear with a pair of high-waisted underwear or a pair of jeans open, you know, a lot of different looks and styles that can still have you covered but still looking sexy. An option like this, beautiful net kind of mesh see-through, is awesome if you want a little bit of coverage but still kind of want to show it off a bit. You know, you could wear nothing underneath and just sort of have this sheer sort of see-through design, or you could pair it with some pasties, a bra, you know, a bodysuit if you wanted to. I would just recommend one that doesn't have sleeves, obviously, if you wore something like this. Or they make bodysuits in this style, and just find one that already has the bottoms already attached. There's just a lot of options, and it can cover up, you know, if you're a little self-conscious, if you have a little bit of stretch marks, stuff like that, or you feel a little self-conscious about them. It happens. At least this is a perfect option to go over that. Now this beautiful velvet, royal blue velvet top is another option for someone who wants a little bit more coverage but still wants to look sexy. You know, you can pair this with just a simple pair of underwear. You know, if you're a little bit larger chested, I might suggest something that has a little bit more boning to it. This one just, you know, is very like floppy. It doesn't really have any structure. But if you found one that had a little bit more corseting, you know, the boning inside, now that would be perfect for someone who's a little bit larger chested. Beautiful color, beautiful texture, be a great option as well. If you're looking for a way to incorporate your partner into your photo shoot, a lot of women will bring in items that they typically wear on a daily basis. Their favorite shirt, their favorite team jersey, a white button-down shirt that they wear to work, that kind of thing. Those can all look great and we can pose you with them. Another option though, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more fitted, but still kind of incorporates your partner's interest, would be to find a woman's shirt that has, you know, their favorite team on it. And this way you get something that's a little bit more fitted to you, not quite so like loose and bulging, but has a little bit more of like a fit that we can style you with and kind of show off more of your curves and figure. So I'm a huge fan of stockings. I absolutely adore the look of stockings with a garter belt and a classic bra and panty set or a bodysuit. Look absolutely stunning. There's two types of stockings to be aware of. They're this kind, which have that sort of elastic stickiness inside that stay up on their own and don't require a garter belt. They are wonderful, but I do recommend sizing up to another size just so you don't end up getting that sort of sausage casing effect around your thighs, which do happen with these in order to like help them stick up. If you do end up wanting to bring in a garter belt, I do recommend getting the kind of stockings that don't have the elastic and the stickiness inside, but just getting the kind that don't, and then they'll stay up better in the garter belt attachments. These have a tendency to, it's very hard to like stick these in together and they can just like snap. I'm sure you might have experienced that if you ever tried to wear them together. So I definitely recommend getting the kind that don't already have the stickiness inside for this. The last two things I wanted to mention, number one is to bring in a nude thong. Something like this, just something small, kind of out of the way. Essentially just not a huge pair of granny panties, right? So my idea with that is that I absolutely love to do a white sheet set for every woman that comes in. I think it's that classic, beautiful, I'm rolling around in bed, looking absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And it usually ends up being every woman's favorite set. So bring in something small, discreet, so that we can sort of wrap you up in that sheet and give you that, you know, I'm rolling around in bed, just looking gorgeous, I woke up this way kind of vibe. Highly recommended. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about is props. Now, I know as women, we do tend to like to hide behind things. You know, it's easy to kind of hide ourselves behind something else, to kind of lose ourselves into something else. And for that reason, I definitely recommend limiting the number of props. I want to spend the time really focusing on who you are. I want to focus on a very authentic and intimate, empowering photo shoot to your soul, to your personality. I don't want to focus on the props and the extras. That's not what it's about. So I definitely recommend limiting it one or two different props that sort of really speak to you on a personal level. You know, don't bring in like seasonal items of like Christmas and Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, like all that stuff. Really just focus on what speaks to you. Things that I found that women really enjoy are things like handcuffs or masks. You know, I have this little lace one here that someone's worn before. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, you know. We'll use like rose petals or flowers, you know, if it's something that really speaks to you on a personal level that kind of incites that femininity inside of you or incites that inner tigress. Alright, well those are all the tips and suggestions that I had for you today. So hopefully this will give you some inspiration about what to wear to your next boudoir photo shoot. As always, just leave your comments and questions below and have a wonderful day. Bye now.